Okay. Hello everybody, Assalamu alaikum. Okay, let's continue with our review. Okay. Today we'll start chapter 14, the factors of production and the sectors of the economy. Okay, so production is the process that involves converting resources into goods or services. Okay, so if we are making something useful, that means we are producing. Okay. Mm, if we are creating something from our given resources, okay, and we can trade them or sell them, then you can consider that it's a production. Okay. So if we want to produce, then we need four things. And these four things are known as factors of productions. Okay, so these are the resources that are required for production. So we have land, labor, capital, and enterprise or entrepreneur. So land means not only a plain land; it includes all kind of natural resources. Okay, all kind of natural resources. Okay, like for example, forest. Um, Forest, then um, what else? The mountain, sea, river. Yeah, okay, all will be included in the natural resources. Then we have labor. Labor includes all kind of workforce. Okay, so all kind of human resources will be there. Not only physical labor, mental labor also, like doctor, engineer, scientist, lawyer. Okay. So see that working capital means that we are talking about stock of raw materials and components that will be used by used up in the production process. Okay, so it includes stock of finished goods or raw materials or if, any other thing that is converted into different forms of the business. Okay, so see what's happening that it's continuously changing its form. Okay, it includes cash at hand, cash at bank, current liabilities also. Okay, so these are working capital or circulating capital. Next we have fixed capital. So fixed capital includes all kind of assets like factories, offices, shops, machinery, tools. Okay, so these are fixed capital because it's not changing its form regularly for a long period of time. It's remaining to a particular form. Okay. And the last one is enterprise or entrepreneur. So, enterprise is an organization, and entrepreneur is an individual. Okay, so but their job is same. Their job is to organize the other three factors of production, and take risk, start the business, take initiative, take decisions. Okay, so these are the job of an enterprise or entrepreneur. Now there are some functions of enterprise or entrepreneur. Okay, and so see like they come up with the idea, right? So they're very creative, must be very creative. And then they have they produce a completely new kind of product, a unique product, so that they can survive in the competition. Then they're the owner of the business. They also own the resources. And they provide the money so to set up the business. They're responsible for business decisions and directions. Then they take the risk because when they're starting the business, there's not that there will be 100% success. There is also always a chance of failure. So the enterprise or entrepreneur takes the risk and organizing the other three factors of production. Then see there are natural resources. There are different kinds of resources. We already talked about resources, like all the factors of production. These are resources, right? So they can be categorized in different type. Like see that we have natural resources, we have artificial resources, we have non-renewable resources and renewable resources. So non-renewable resources includes like coal or oil or diamond. These resources cannot be replaced. Like if you use them, it will be over. Okay, so so that's why these are known as non-renewable resources. And renewable resources means that we can replace them, like fish, forest, water. So what happens that if we use them, we can also reuse them, reproduce them. Okay. So see, from fish we can get more fish. From planting trees we can come up with more forests. Mm, water flows can bring more water. Okay, so these are renewable resources. But we have to be careful. There's something called sustainability. Okay, so if we overuse them, then it might be a trouble. Like it may become into it may not remain renewable if we don't use them sustainably. Like if we overuse them, then these resources may end up. Okay. Then there are mainly two types of production. Okay. We have labor intensive production and capital intensive production. So labor intensive production means that we are mostly relying, these are the production method where we mostly rely on labor or workers. Whereas the capital intensive means we are relying on capital or machinery. Okay, so think about the agricultural sector in developing country like suppose Bangladesh. Okay, so what happens that over here we have very few amount of what um, uh, machinery, right? In the agricultural sectors, right? If you see the agricultural sector, you'll find that it's mostly dependent on labors. Okay, but if you go to a developed country over, suppose USA, over there you'll find that large lands, very few people, hardly maybe one or two people you'll find, and those, and they're cultivating the whole land by using large machineries. Okay, so those are definitely capital intensive production. Okay, next we have think about the car production. Okay, vehicle, Toyota suppose. Okay, Toyota is they're producing car. Okay, so if you go to their plant and if you see and if you can also see their images. Okay, so let's see. um, Toyota production plant. Okay, so see if you see the images, you'll find that see very few people, maybe not much people, but huge amount of machineries you'll find. Okay, so mostly dependent on machinery. Okay, but if you see the production of okay, sorry, my internet is not working properly. Let me know if okay, also other crops. Okay, the number of crops and also the size of the crops, everything have been increased because of GMC. Okay, so the advantage is like the output is increasing, right? So that's a very good thing for the business. Okay. Okay, then labor productivity can be increased by providing education and training. We already discussed. You can provide a better motivation. You can come up with better working practices or improve money. Okay, so you can motivate workers by providing job rotation. Remember, in division of labor, there was a negative side, which is known as which is known as what? Uh, it would lead to a boredom, okay, and division of labor. Okay, it was a very advantageous thing, but yeah, some of the workers became bored because of division of labor, right, by doing the same thing again and again. So if you can provide a job rotation, then it can reduce the boredom, okay. The workers will be able to work in different other kind of works, right, and also other benefits and involved with that. Okay, then we have team working. So when there will the workers will be working in teams, so there will be like a competitive environment between different teams. So there will be team spirits working on between them. Okay, so this will again increase the productivity. We have empowerment. So if you can give decision making powers to the worker, then it also raises their confidence and also increases their involvement and output rises. Okay, so and a modern working practice includes like changing the factory layout, increasing labor flexibility, and adapting a lean production. Okay? So all of these techniques are related to production, and it most likely it will increase the productivity. Okay. Okay, next we have increasing the productivity of capital. Okay, so we have primary, secondary, tertiary sector. So if over there, if we use technology, then our that means you can increase your productivity of capital. Okay? So with money, you can buy large equipments in the primary sector. We already showed you some examples, right? So like tractors, combine harvester, lifting equipment, irrigation system. Okay, so this will help you to grow more crops and more output in the primary sector. So productivity of capital will be increasing. Okay, so then same for secondary sector. If you can use the robot, computer numerically control the machine, computer integrated manufacturing machine. So all this will lead to better output. Technology in the tertiary sector. We have retailing, financial services, and healthcare. Okay, so all of them will lead to yeah, improvement in the tertiary sector. Okay, so see that modern technology is making them better and better day by day, right? So tertiary sector, suppose mm, um, education. Okay, so previously the traditional education was what in the classroom, right? But now we are using the modern system like this online classes. Okay, so these are because possible because of the technology investment in the capital sector. Okay, okay, capital. Okay, so which is improving the tertiary sector. Okay, okay. So there's some definition here. Like see that division, I don't think we'll be able to finish it by today. Okay, so if we can finish it by today, then we'll start from this topic in the next from the next class, inshallah. Okay, so see that we have division of labor. So division of labor means yeah, what we are breaking down the production process into small parts and